have a wonderful interaction. We can get to know one another a little bit more. All right. Thanks, login. Good to see you. Hello, Vanessa. Okay, CY, good to see you. And all right. Hello. Okay, and the rest like Arian, Mastura, Eric, there are two Eric, right? Good to see you, James. Okay, we may expect a few more coming in, but we'll proceed now. I just want to respect all those who are on time right here. Right, so I'll start by doing a quick introduction about myself. So my name is Kim Peng, and I'll be the trainer for KASHGROWTH. So this is one of the signature, this is the signature course of 𝐼𝐻 Academy on top of the CFP program that we are running. So in terms of CFP, we're one of the very few selected approved education provider by 𝐵PAS to run a CFP program. So CFP is a prestigious mark in the industry, and we're one of the few approved training organizations. So 𝐼𝐻 Academy carries not just a CFP mark, but also our signature and proprietary KASHGROWTH financial professional series called KASHGROWTH. And you will hear later on that you can proceed to earn professional titles awarded by 𝐼𝐻 Academy called Certified KASHGROWTH Professionals. But there are 4 levels, so you can proceed level by level. So first, I want to share a bit about myself, right? Why do I share about myself is broadly because I believe the real message is not in the message itself, it's in the life of the messenger. So I want to share with you that I'm trying for quite a while already, and I walked through the journey that you're is walking now or might be walking further, and I want to see how I can help you. So I've collected and earned most of the titles in the industry from CFP, CHFC, and of course this Certified KASHGROWTH Professional, which is now awarded by 𝐼𝐻 Academy. And I've also earned this fellow Chartered Financial Practitioner, where it's not available now, it's also through 𝐸PAS in the past. I'm very passionate about estate planning, and in KASHGROWTH Module 4 is on estate planning. I also collected some estate planning courses along the way. So I graduated in Banking and Finance degree with 100% distinction, and this is my first profession. So I joined this line in the year 2001. And to date, my clientele are usually professionals and top executives, some business owners, some high net worth individuals. And my expertise will go through all areas of personal wealth advisory. Now, when I first joined the line in 2001, I joined as a fresh graduate. So I'm not so sure how many of you joined as a fresh graduate. Now, in those days, we don't really bring our clients to come to the office to meet us in the office. Those days, we usually meet our clients in McDonald's or KFC. Much like many advisors now, they are meeting their clients in Starbucks or Coffee Bean. So that's how we started. In 2001, when I joined, I don't have a lot of ex-colleagues. This is my first job. I only have some classmates and some army friends, and that's it. I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful that when I first joined, 30% then already came to mind to meet me. And I was able to earn, maybe not a big amount to you guys now, but then to me was a lot. I was able to earn $50,000 in a short 3 months. And I managed to close almost 100 lives in the first year of my career. So I was very thankful that I was able to do that. Now, to give a context, my clients, my peers who are my clients, we were fresh graduate and they were all earning about 25 to 27K, not hitting 30K, because those days when we can apply for a credit card, wow, then you cross that 30K mark. So many of them, they couldn't. So they will take 1 whole year to earn less than 30K. But I was able to earn 50,000 in 3 months, and I was able to save $30,000 in 3 months. So I was very thankful for it, and thereafter I continued to prosper in this line. But I remember those days was very, very tough. I wanted to meet my clients in the office, but at least there was 30% who came to my office. So many of them, I had to meet them outside. Now, one of the places that I enjoy meeting, then a lot of my clients are staying in the Northeast area, Punggol, Sengkang area. So I enjoy going to this place called Compass Point. There's this restaurant called Delhi France. Why Delhi France? Because it's slightly more expensive, so not so many people there compared to McDonald's and KFC those days. I remember there's this table at the side near the escalator where there's a wall plug. Again, in those days, it's not so common to have wall plugs everywhere to charge a laptop. And my favorite place is there at the corner. I'll go there early in the morning. I can meet 3-4 people there. Very private place, very convenient for many of my clients. Favorite drink that I like to order is Orangina. Why Orangina? It's more expensive than the Coke and Sprite. It's more expensive. But bothering no money, right? But why do you still buy a more expensive drink? Because it comes with a bottle, with another glass with ice that can slowly pour and you slowly melt, that can drink the whole day. So that's how we all started, and I understand the struggle of a young advisor. Now, today, I'm really a senior partner in one of the largest local FA firm. I'm still meeting my clients just to service them so that I can keep my skill set current. So much so that when I train financial advisors like you guys, I know the challenges and the struggle that you are facing because I'm still meeting my clients. I just had a corporate meeting with my PA on how to manage many of the clients' queries. I'm still in the industry. I'm still running my production and still qualifying for awards. So I know what you guys are going through. All right. For those who just came in, welcome. Thank you so much for coming to the preview. So along the way, beyond just being a student in the CIP and CSFC, I was appointed as a lecturer in the CIP and the CSFC courses. And subsequently, I founded Finity Academy, and we have developed many frameworks. I'm still now serving in many non-profit organizations locally and overseas. I'll show some pictures in a moment's time. So today, I'm not just a practitioner and a leader in the industry. I'm a trainer and a coach, awarding not just teaching not just CIP, CSFC, but awarding certification like certified cash flow professional courses. Now, something interesting may not be anything to do with finance, but to do with me as a person and as a leader. I was commissioned, thankfully I was selected to the Officer Cadet School, and I was commissioned as an SF officer. So I won 2 out of 3 individual awards. I won the Sword of Honor and the Best in Knowledge then. So Sword of Honor is awarded to the best cadet in Officer Cadet School. So in Singapore, the top 10% will be selected to Officer Cadet School, and the top 10% of the top 10% will win a sword called Sword of Merit, but only one will win the Sword of Honor. So I'm very thankful that I was able to be awarded there. Now, I did not sign on as a regular. So like most men Singaporean son, so after we served our 2.5 years of full-time national service, we became NS men to go back for reservist training. So I won the Formation NS Man of the Year twice, and the unit that I belong to won Best NS Unit multiple years. In fact, in this 2013 and 2014, I was the commander of that unit when we won the Best NS Unit. So along the way, the Army sent me for many advanced courses. One of them is this King Suite Command and Staff course. This is the highest possible advanced school that an SF officer can attend in Singapore. And I won the Distinguished Graduate Award there. And in 2018, again, very thankful, I was awarded SF NS Man of the Year. So if you're wondering what's my current rank and appointment, I'm now holding a colonel rank in the Army. This is the highest possible rank that a non-regular can attain, which for those who not very sure about the rank, there are 3 crests, which is the rank. There are 3 crests. And now I am a senior commander, Division Chief of Staff actually, inside an operational ready combined arms division. So I'm a senior commander in a division. So that's my leadership profile, and I want to continue to volunteer myself to serve this country that I love. All right, so some old photos, all right, my Sword of Honor and the Distinguished Graduate Award, SF NS Man of the Year, promotion 2 years back. And recently, I was just awarded the Public Administration Medal from the President, collected the award a few weeks ago from our new President, Taman. So very thankful for my journey. So besides serving, volunteering in the Army, I also serve in the local community and overseas missions and humanitarian work. In fact, we just finalized the next year's plan. We are planning next year more than 50 mission trips overseas to third world country and unreached people group, involving more than 200 volunteers. I'll personally travel about once a month to do volunteer work overseas. And I've also designed a certain budgeting system for young kids. So it's a bit of profile about myself, my service in the local community and overseas missions and humanitarian works. So just now I mentioned briefly about my story. So I aspire to live a purpose-driven life. I'm now an industry leader and a practitioner. I'm a senior partner, and I'm still producing and meeting my clients. So I understand the journey that you're going through now. I'm not just a student, but a lecturer in multiple professional courses, and now even awarding our own certification. So I'm still a commander in the army, and I probably won't put an end date to that. So very thankful to my wife for her understanding to release me to serve in the national service. I'm also a leader in local and overseas humanitarian and missions work, and I volunteer in the local communities. Some of you will be thinking, you can do all these things, you must be single. No, I'm married. My marriage is still strong. We're still working things out. Every marriage has challenges, but I love my wife very much. We still have a strong marriage. And then you must be just two of you without kids. No, I have 3 kids, and they are 3 young kids. My oldest just cleared her O-level right now, enjoy holiday. So we just came back from Korea trip as a family. My second one is going P5 next year, so young family. And youngest one is 8, 9 years old, so very young family. But if you're wondering how do I manage my time and how am I still able to do all those that I'm doing, so look from a perspective of me as a human being, as a person, not just the technicalities of the course. And if you were to sign for Cash Growth, you have an opportunity to spend 10 days with me to ask all the questions that you want about the way I run my practice and the way I lead and run my life. So I hope that I open myself up over the 10 days that you can have an opportunity to press into me, and we can journey together and learn together. All right. Okay. So see, I shared with you earlier that the best places for me, my clients, Delifrance, Compass Point. In the first 3 months, I was thankful to earn $50,000 and save $30,000. And that year, I closed about 100 lives. Now, you might be thinking maybe I have wealthy clients, I have wealthy relatives, 1 or 2 cases, I earned $50,000. It's not that case. My typical case then was $100 per month premium. That's all. That's all. What was a big case to me then was a monthly premium of $580. Wow, I was so happy. Or a yearly premium of $450. Wow, I was so happy those days. Now, note when I first joined, a 5-room flat is only $200,000. And for me to earn $50,000 in 3 months, I was very, 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 very thankful. But of course, after this, subsequently made a lot of mistakes. Buy a car, think that you have arrived, buy expensive things, then drink coffee at cafe, thinking that you have arrived. Actually, all these are mistakes. Mistakes. So my current journey is more made up of more mistakes that from when I'm so clever and so wise from the start. I'm not, certainly. I'm the first to raise my 2 hands to say so many things that I've done badly. But because I went forward, did it, and made the mistakes, I quickly corrected it for me to do what I'm doing now. And I hope to compact all the mistakes that I made and all the successes that I did after I made those mistakes I overcame from it, to compact to 10 days to share with all of you. So today, what is my current practice? You may be curious to see how I'm running my practice now. My personal production is not my main source of income now, but this is still my current practice. I go through the full financial planning process, much like a CFP prescribed 6 steps. And I generate a comprehensive financial report spanning 30 pages to 50 over pages. Now, 95 of my clients today come to my office to meet me. We want our clients to come to office, and there are various advantages to that. And in one of the cash flow module, I'll share how we can do that. So today, 95% of my clients come to my office. The remaining 5%, who are they? Number 1, they are in the hospital, so they can't come to my office, obviously. Number 2, they just gave birth and it's a confinement period, then obviously I should visit them and, congratulate them on their newborn, you see, during their confinement. The third one are still some sticky client that started with me 20 over years ago, my old secondary school friends and some old friends that still refuse to come to my office to meet me. Every time I step into their house for the annual review, I'll just disturb them. Hey, I step in and please say thank you. No, all my clients come to our office now. I come to your home. No, so we just have a friendly banter out of it now. So 95% of my clients do come to my office to meet me. It's an amazing positioning, which I'll share a bit more later on. Now, what's my number 1 complaint of my client now? What's the number 1 complaint? It was interesting. There was a period of time my PA transit from one to the other. So out of the transition, we did not manage to meet up some of our clients on an annual basis. So, but we still email to them, WhatsApp to them. It's just that we didn't do a more intensive follow-up to eventually meet them face-to-face. And in the subsequent year, when I managed to meet up with them, do you know what did they say? They say, hey, Kim Peng, you said that you're going to meet me every year. But actually the last year and the last 1-2 years, we didn't manage to meet up now. I said, how can it be? I thought I sent you an email or WhatsApp already. So some claim that they changed their email or their number, so they didn't receive it. Okay, fine. So maybe it's administrative error. So I went to check. Actually, we did lah. Now, after 1 or 2 or 3, I was curious, no? Why am I curious? In this industry, more often than not, listen to me carefully, more often than not, financial advisors are trying to make an appointment with the client. They will say, Mr. Tan, it's time for your annual financial review. Let's see whether this sounds familiar to all of you, whether through WhatsApp or phone call. Then the client will be thinking, do I want to meet or do I not want to meet? Actually, nothing must have changed, and I'm going to implement a plan anyway. And last year, maybe I implemented a good plan with you already. And probably I don't have anything I want to do this year. So the client will say, Kim Peng, thanks for calling. Not much have changed. I think if there's anything that I call you, if not, yeah, it's okay. I'll give you a miss this year. Sometimes the financial advisors will be very happy because they know that last year they have done a good case and they are highly unlikely to close another case from this client this year. And hence they are happy that they don't even meet the client. My point is, most of the time in this industry, the advisor is trying to call or text or contact the client to secure a meeting. But in this case, the client didn't manage to meet me and was trying to raise a feedback to say that they were expecting to meet me and they were looking forward to meeting me, and yet I didn't meet up. So the subsequent few clients, I begin to ask them, I didn't meet you last year, but what were you anticipating? What were you looking forward to when we say we are going to meet up? Then I was surprised that many of them say that, actually, Kim Peng, we were really looking forward to our annual meeting. Because every annual meeting is you go beyond just a normal review of going through what we have, what we want, and then trying to sell something to us. We don't feel pressured by you. In fact, every time you encourage us to ask you questions, and over time we have this habit of compiling a list of questions that we want to present to you to ask from you, and we felt that we learned a lot out of all these sessions, and the comments that you give are very insightful. So after a while, among the couple, they talk among themselves, hey, we just note it down. When we meet Kim Peng, he'll tell us, and then it'll clear off. Don't need to do too much research. Don't need to go and fret over it. Don't need to go and consider too much. So they were looking forward to such opportunities with me on a yearly basis. They got used to it already. So when they miss out that 1 or 2 years, suddenly something is amiss in their financial planning journey. I realized that how much my clients have put in the value they place into each of the annual meeting. Only until we didn't manage to meet for a short while, then I realized that. So question to all of you is, what did we do in our current practice such that the client is looking forward to meeting you every year? And when you did not manage to meet up, they felt a loss. They felt a sense of loss because they accord high value to every meeting with you. Think about that, all right? Now, so today, my current practice is like a medical practice. What do you mean by a medical practice? Excuse me. Today, when you want to see a specialist, you make an appointment with the staff nurse. When you reach on time, register with the staff nurse, you wait for maybe an hour or two. Finally, you enter into the specialist doctor's clinic. Many times, there are more than one person inside. There might be two. One is a senior consultant whom you're really consulting. The one might be a junior doctor. The senior consultant may be with a lesser hair, look older, stomach a bit bigger, leaning back, sitting further from the computer, something like that. Then the younger doctor will be younger, sitting upright, nearer to the computer, typing away. So that's how a medical practice may be like today. Now, my financial practice today is built to this extent already. Today, I have 2 to 3 managers, not clerical level, PMET level, supporting me. 2 main one, and 1 stand-in if there's a need to. Very experienced person. One of them is a client servicing manager. He's like the staff nurse. Arrange all the client meeting, prepare the paper before, prepare a little bit of paper after. The second person is a relationship manager who sit in the client meeting with me, and she's a licensed financial advisor. So there's only so much that the client servicing manager can do because she's not a licensed financial advisor. So there's a lot of planning, thinking which product is better, the latest product, how do we map, where are the planning gaps? You need a planner mindset to look into the case. Now that is my relationship manager's role. And during the meeting, my RM will sit in a meeting. And at the end of the meeting, if there's any recommendation, I'll just prescribe, like a doctor prescribe medicine. Then the client will follow up with the relationship manager to do the paperwork. I don't need to be around to do the paperwork. My relationship manager will take over. So I envisage this particular way of running my practice when I first joined the industry in 2001, more than 20 years ago, when I completed my CFP modules. And I thought to myself, this is how a professional practice should be. But 20 years ago is far from it. And even today, I don't see a lot of financial practitioners practicing their financial practice the way I am doing. I'm trying to tell you that if you think this model is not so suitable, then there are many other things in the cash flow module that you can pick up and run your current sales model. However, there are many advisors in this industry, they want to go beyond being a salesperson to become a full-fledged professional. And there are 4 main ingredients to achieve this, which I'll share later on. Now, with this, I want to share with all of you that it is possible to transform your practice to be a model like the one I'm running, and I am a living testimony that this can be done. Now, this is one of the main reasons why Cash Growth is receiving rave reviews, that most new students considering this course like yourself are referred in by existing students who have cleared the course and find so good that they went back to tell their colleagues that you must attend these Cash Growth courses. All right. Right, so today I shift from just being survival state to success and now to significance, which is to impact financial professionals like all of you to hopefully make a difference. And the reason I'm able to do that is because I transformed my practice from not just sales, but really to become a more client-centric professional practice. So just a quick reminder, strictly no photo taking or screenshot, no video or audio recording, all right? Okay, I'm going to share a few things today, and today is not just simply trying to sell you the Cash Growth course. I'm sure many of you will sign up after this preview, but I really want to impact something to all of you over this 1.5 hours, and I'll open up for Q&A after the end of the class. Now, if you have some pressing questions, some really burning questions and you feel like asking right now, feel free to type into the Zoom chat even as we go along. I'm happy to attend to it at the appropriate juncture. All right. Okay, number 1, simplified sophistication. What am I trying to say? Albert Einstein said this: if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Now, think about it. When you ask someone about a certain topic, many times, most people will say something, they'll a little bit. At least you know something, but not fully. But if you speak to another person, it is possible that he say in a very simplified manner, one-liner, and sometimes in a witty manner. But you have to process a little bit, think about it, and then say, hey, that's quite true, and then you laugh about it because the way he put it across could be quite witty. Now, wait. The first person who say a lot of things versus the second person who just said a 1 or 2-liner, almost like a quotable quote kind of thing, then you process a bit and you even laugh about it. The second person is not a joker, even though he made you laugh. The second person has distilled the entire content and able to crystallize it in a 1-liner to frame all the content. That guy has mastered the topic a lot more than the first one who put so many words into the same topic. So if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. What am I talking about simplified sophistication here? In the world of finance, and I'm a finance learner all the way from my degree until now, finance is a complex topic, but we're talking to lay clients. CFP students right here. Module 1. How many pages in Module 1 textbook? 400 over pages. Are you going to download 400 pages over a phone call and Zoom call with your clients? Certainly not. So you need to simplify to the extent that they can understand and want to implement for their good, not for your commission, for their good. So this is a very key skill that I realize this industry is lacking. All right, those who did well, partly maybe their sales skills are good, but partly they were able to crystallize their financial knowledge to make complex simplified. Now, so let me share with you this analogy. Think about it. Okay, let me stop sharing and then you all can look up and look at me. Okay, jigsaw puzzle. We all know what's a jigsaw puzzle, right? So today, if I were to throw to you 1,000 pieces of jigsaw puzzle pieces, 1,000 pieces, huh? Okay, imagine I throw to you 1,000 pieces. Question. So I want all of you to answer, whether we unmute or type your Zoom chat, so we make it interactive. I want all of you to answer. Which is the most important piece? Or which are the important pieces? Come. Which is the most important piece? 1,000 pieces of jigsaw puzzle. Go to you. Come. The edges, thanks for your reply. Vanessa said corner. Said corner. Login said corner. More. Any other? James also said corner. Okay, come. Some more. All of you, come. Everyone key in a reply. There's no right, no wrong. Oh, Aaron said the final piece. Oh, Masura said the last piece. Okay, interesting. It's another kind of reply already. Some more, all of you. Those who are listening, come. Brenda, Vicky, and Christian, if you can, come. Okay. So you can see that there are two types of replies. From here, you can have an understanding of how some clients think, how some of us think. Yeah, Matthias, if you can, also can type your answer. Okay. The first group are the more technically inclined. Correct. You're correct. Corner, edges, you start from there. And then after that, probably, if I were to ask you the next step, you group all the same colors together. And then you see how you form a mini picture here and there. Then you form the broader picture and fill in the rest. Something like that, right? You're not wrong. You're correct. You look at Aaron and Mastura's reply, is the last piece. The second group of replies belong to the more philosophical one. You'll say answers like the first piece to get started. The last piece to finish what you started. Can you imagine 1,000 pieces, you're short of 1 or 2 pieces. Oh my goodness, you spend so much time building out, then you just missing 2 pieces. Wow, the discomfort and the disequilibrium in your heart, oh, you cannot take it. You lift up your chair, see under the carpet, below your bed, to find the missing last 2 pieces. So you want to finish. Or you may say, every piece is important. How can one piece is more important than the rest? You need every piece to form the big picture. So this second group of first piece, last piece, and every pieces, they belong to the more philosophical reply. Now, what is the answer I'm looking for? All of you are right. I'm not saying you're wrong. What's the answer I'm looking for? The answer I'm looking for is for a jigsaw puzzle of 1,000 pieces. The most important piece is the 1,001 piece. The most important piece is the 1,001 piece. Okay, I know many of you scratching your head. Hey, Eric, good to see you. You're scratching your head. Hey, Kim Peng, trick question. 1,000 pieces jigsaw puzzle, where do you get the 1,001 piece? Where's the one extra piece? Can anyone tell me where is the one extra piece? You know the answer, right? Okay, let me tell the answer. The one extra piece is the jigsaw puzzle picture, the cover page, the picture. Why is that so? You know, when you buy a jigsaw puzzle, on the cover box, you see the picture of the jigsaw puzzle, the final result, right? Yes or no? Yes? Yes. Today, the financial world is like that. You have many products, many type of clients, many financial planning needs in different subject areas, from cash flow management, debt management, insurance planning, investment planning, retirement planning, estate planning, tax planning, comprehensive financial report. My goodness. And each of the product are like each of the product is like one piece of the jigsaw puzzle. And now I show you a term plan, a whole life plan, a shield plan, and then now the cancer limit, and oh my goodness, then the different rider, then disability income, whole life, ECI. Then how about ILP, structured ILP, normal ILP, protection ILP, and UL, wow. Then the UL, VUL, VL, and so on and so forth. Open architecture, overseas currency, then trust, wills, nomination, LPA. Wow, so many pieces keep throwing at you. You understand? And you're collecting all the pieces, and you're trying to form the edges. You're trying to form the similar color together. It is very complicating. It is very complex. I'm trying to tell you that the most important piece in a 1,000 pieces jigsaw puzzle is the cover page, that picture. Do you even have the full picture of what it means on the comprehensive insurance planning, comprehensive retirement planning, comprehensive legacy planning, comprehensive total wealth planning into a mega picture? Do you have that? Now, if you don't have, you'll be doing what we just did, try to form the corner edges and group the same colors together. And they may be interrelated in some ways, but you find a piece missing off and you do not know where to fit it. On the other hand, when you have the big picture, it may not be easy, but it'll be so much easier than compared to you don't have the final picture. When you see this blue piece, you probably know, oh, it's the sky. You see this green piece, probably you know it's the grass. It's somewhere around there. Then finally, you spend some time, you can fit in. Every piece has its own place in the picture. Every piece. Now, question, do we have such a picture for total report? Question, huh? So think about it. Let me go back to share screen. So I'm happy to share with you that in Infinity Academy in Cash Growth, we have not just formed the cover picture of each of the category, we also form one mega picture of all the financial subject areas into one mega piece. Let me hold on for a while before I continue to share. Okay, so what is financial independence? Financial independence means different things to different people, and I'm sure you and your manager and your director in your company will have your own definition. So I will frame it as simply as a home plus X dollar. Simple. Home fully paid plus X dollar. To some could be a 3-room flat with 300,000. Another could be a 5-room flat with $1 to $2 million. To the next one could be a private property with 3 to 5 or even $5 to $8 million. Financial independence means different things to different people. So let's continue. Many people will be quite satisfied with just building up to one gigantic X dollar, recommend a savings and investment plan to build towards this, assuming a certain rate of return, and that's it, their investment plan and retirement plan are done. CIP will accept this, and that's it, you pass your CIP. I want to tell you that this is not good enough. So I want to break up the X dollar into a few building blocks. So I'm teaching already. I'm not just doing a preview to sell a course. I'm teaching already. If you can, if this is useful, you can take down your notes. I'm going to split the X dollar into two. If what you have been doing is just one big X dollar, a person need 3 million, need 5 million, need $1 to $2 million, and then you just recommend an investment plan towards it. Can I suggest that after today, you strengthen the way you plan your retirement planning? Split your X dollar into two components. First are the essential component, essential needs. Second component, luxury ones. Again, I say the first one is essential, the second is luxury. Why do we want to do that? Why can't we lump together? Because this is overall desire, right? Let me share with you why. Now, by splitting into two, it does give you guidance into the kind of strategy that is suitable, the kind of investment strategy that is suitable. Think about it, think about it. If today I were to split all the investment options in the world into two types. The first kind of investment options and strategies, they are proven and tested. Proven strategies and time-tested methodologies. You know you will surely get it or there or thereabout. Another kind of investment strategies will be unproven and untested. Potentially very high return, but you take very high risk for that potentially high return. Simple, right? Two possible options. Proven and tested, maybe you get only a reasonable rate of return, 6 to 8%, 4 to 5%, or 6%. The unproven and untested, potentially very high returns, but potentially very high risk. Question, my dear friends. Today, if you do not split X dollar into two components, you may just simply use any one of them and then to achieve the X dollar. Not strategic and surgical enough. But now that you split your X dollar into an essential need versus a luxury ones. Question, which method would you use for your essential? Proven tested or unproven untested? Simple question, right? Simple question. Who will use unproven and untested for your essential needs? Anyone? Of course you won't, right? How many of you will use only proven and tested for your essential needs of your clients? Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You may sound like what a simple question, Kim Peng. Hang on, my dear friends, hang on. This is part of simplified sophistication. Seems simple, but there's a lot of depth to that. Can you think of one example of a potentially very high return, but potentially very high risk and unproven yet? Maybe it can be very good, but you really do not know. Unproven and untested strategy right now. Come type into the Zoom chat, unproven and untested. Come, any examples, please? Potentially very high return, but unproven yet. Come on, and a lot of people are doing that now. And government are concerned. Come, friends, Zoom chat. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for typing. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, Vanessa say options. Yes, correct. Crypto, like say cryptocurrency. Sorry, correct. Lottery, gambling, unproven, untested, right? Crypto, there is a crypto AI and so on and so on. Yes, exactly. Can you see? Can you see this? In many of our conversation, whether it's a social conversation or proper business appointment planning conversation, clients tend to ask, hey, Kim Peng, what do you think of this? Kim Peng, what do you think of that? Kim Peng, I heard my friends say this. Hey, Kim Peng, a lot of people are doing this. Should I consider or not? Kim Peng, I just attended option trading strategy course. The 3 hours preview was so impressive. I was swept off my feet and I paid $8,000 to attend a 3-day class. And I'm going for it. After that, I'll share with you. And then after that, hey, Kim Peng, this is so good. I want to start doing option trading. Or it could be share trading. Or it could be property. Or it could be crypto. I have nothing against option trading, property, crypto, and all that. Even for normal traditional asset classes like shares and bonds and cash and property. Now it's in the hands of a newbie manager, which is your client, for the first time in his life, started to trade shares. You understand? The asset class could be proven like shares, but the driver, the manager behind it, which is the client, not proven yet. So whenever we have a conversation like that with my clients, whether over CNY, Christmas, the holiday, social catch-up, they'll ask questions like that. They may even ask, hey, Kim Peng, the next US presidential election, who will win? Then if who win, then the market may move in a certain way. If the other person win, then the market will. What do you think of the Ukraine-Russia war? What do you think of the Middle East conflict? So if this move this way, the market will move in a certain way, right? If the conflict develops, the market will move the other way. What do you think? So do you know what's my first reply to them? I say, Mr. Tan, assuming that's a new client, Mr. Client, I have an opinion and my investment team has an opinion. But regardless of mine or their opinion, it will not change the way I'm going to plan for you. You'll be scratching your head. What do you mean, Kim Peng? If you think market going down, then you buy. If you think market going down, you sell. How can it not change the way you plan? And this is where I say my golden question. Listen carefully to my golden question. I say, Mr. Tan, are you prepared to subject the success of your essential needs, non-negotiable, you must have it. Are you prepared to subject the success of your essential needs to this particular newfound strategy, to this particular instrument that you're not so sure yet? To you embarking on share trading for the first time in your life? Question, Mr. Tan, are you prepared to subject the success of your must-have, non-negotiable, essential needs of your life to this instrument, to this strategy, to you yourself doing it for the first time in your life? I will pause and I'll wait. Most of the time, they will reply to say, of course not, Kim Peng. I mean, crypto maybe can be very good, can be very bad. Options, yeah, I just learned about it. It might be very good, but I also don't know whether I can do well or not. Exactly. I'm not against the instrument or the strategy. You may potentially do very well, but we do not know yet. So at this juncture, are you prepared to subject the success of something so important to the untested or unproven strategies or methodology? No, right? So can I suggest that perhaps for a start, let's lay a foundation using proven strategies and time-tested methodologies. May not be giving you the sky-high return, unreasonable return, but you don't need to take unreasonable risk. You're taking reasonable, calculated risk to get a reasonable rate of return. And we use this strategy to lay a foundation first. Shall we do that? You need not fulfill the 100% of your essential needs before you embark onto those exciting options. Maybe about 1/3 or half, or maybe about 2/3 or 3/4 foundation first. Strengthen the base before you do something exciting, but yet it's questionable for your luxury component. Wouldn't that be a better strategy? See, am I trying to sell a product? No. Am I trying to push you? No. Am I trying to criticize other instruments or strategies so that they are trying to buy my product? No. I have his well-being at first, at the forefront of my conversation with him, to use the right strategies, the right methodologies to frame up the total picture that's useful for his life. Then, of course, you guys will be asking, Kim Peng, how do you define proven and tested? So in Cashflow Module 2, we'll go into the asset allocation, portfolio design, how do we ride through a crisis, how long does it take to recover, how do you exit, and all those strategies in investment and retirement will be in Cashflow Module 2, Journey to Retire. All right, so the first benefit that I mentioned is you can have clarity on what are the instruments that's suitable and what are instruments that's not suitable for your essential need by splitting your eggs into two. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to put a dampener on my clients' 8, 10 million, 5, 8 million desire. Most of your advisors, most of your directors and trainers will teach you to make the client think big, desire big, dream big, so that your commission is big. I'm not against a big dream. I have big dreams for my clients and myself. What I'm trying to do is not to dampen down the big goal, but to keep the big goal, but while understanding within that big audacious goal, which part of the big goal are essential, which part of the big goal I can make do without. Then I'll zoom in into the component that are so core and essential to my client, and I focus on them. All right, so that's one of them, one benefits. Now, because of this, you will realize that the way we do product packaging, not just investment options, product packaging will be different. Listen carefully. For your essential needs, would you agree with me that for your essential needs versus your luxury ones, your essential needs need to last for the rest of your life, but your luxury ones don't need to? Yes? Luxury ones, if it can last long, great. If it doesn't, it's fine. But not so for your essential needs. Number two, for your luxury ones, if it's eroded by inflation, so be it, because they are just luxury ones. But for your essential, you cannot underestimate the impact of inflation, especially over a prolonged period of time due to increasing life expectancy. So you need to mitigate inflation on your luxury ones. Otherwise, by the tail end of your retirement, it's worth very little. What kind of product packaging that will pay income for life? Think what kind of instrument can mitigate inflation. Can you see? By splitting your X dollar into two, there's wisdom behind it. Number three, for luxury ones, market goes up, you spend more, market crash, you spend less, you're fine because you're not depending on it to survive. But for your essential needs, it cannot be a case where market is good, then you can survive. Market crash, then you cannot survive. No. What does it mean, my dear friends? That means that your essential needs need to meet all three conditions. Income for life, mitigate inflation, and whether market goes up or down, the client can retire. You need not fulfill all three conditions from the onset today. You can invest into the market to enjoy a good return over a prolonged period of time, maybe 8 to 10, 10 to 12 to 15 to 20 years, or even 30 years towards a retirement. But prior to the retirement, you need to exit from the investment options into a packaging of instruments that meet all three conditions. Can you see again the further wisdom of why we split the X dollar into these two? Number one, it forms the kind of investment options that's suitable. Number two, at the end of the investment journey, you need to exit out into a product packaging that meet these three conditions. Now, beyond just essential needs and luxury ones, how about our insurance planning? As we enter into retirement, would you agree with me that there will be still some insurance needed during our retirement? Yes? Yes. Can anyone unmute or type in a Zoom chat? What are some of the insurance plans that we will still need even after we retire? Come. Thank you, Matthias. CI. CIN or early CI. Very good, Matthias. Thank you so much. What else? Some more. There's a few more. Anyone, please? Health plan. Yes, exactly. Disability, Vanessa, severe disability, long-term care, and some add in the fourth one, PA, that's fine. So, but the main three are medical, which is hospitalization. Number two, disability through long-term care, like CASHGROWTH life supplement. And number three, CI or early CI. So, question, can we afford to wait till the day that we retire, then we buy these three plans? Obviously not. We need to buy them now. Now, hang on. Do you see what I just did? I did not use fear factor or scare tactics to ask them to buy insurance now. I'm using retirement planning as an entry point to talk about retirement, to talk about protection. Many people in this industry are using legacy planning as an entry point to sell insurance. And when it comes to normal CI, medical, and disability, they just scare tactic, fear factor, use all the statistics, newspaper article, tell a lot of stories, make people cry after that sign form. Another alternative, I'm not saying this is the best method, I'm saying this is a possible method for you to consider, is to use a retirement planning as an entry point to talk about protection planning, because you still need these 3 or 4 protection plans during your retirement. So as a good retirement planner, you should include these 3 or 4 plans as part of your retirement planning. But yet you can't afford to wait till the day you're going to retire to buy these 3 plans. You have to buy it now and it will last for life. Then any shortfall, you just top it up. Can you see the entry point? All right. So if you were to do like me, do comprehensive financial planning, then you don't need to find entry point. But it's easier said than done to do comprehensive planning for every client. And some clients you need an entry point to start a conversation before you develop into a comprehensive needs planning moving forward. And this is one possibility. Now, most people will have more than enough beyond their lifetime, and hence they can do legacy planning. Now, my dear friends, then this becomes our complete financial independence framework. You can see it's so much more developed than just a home plus X dollar, but it's a home plus essential needs, luxury wants, protection that starts from now for the rest of your life, and beyond your lifetime legacy planning. These 5 building blocks is a lot more comprehensive than just simply X dollar. Now, these 5 building blocks, I'm going to propose another way to frame it. And if you like, you can note down these 5 simplified sophistication. I call this the 5 Ps. So the complete financial independence framework will bring out of the first P called the pay check. So that you enjoy your pay as if you're working, even though you're retired already, your monthly, yearly paycheck as if you're working. Next P called the play check. So all work without play makes us a dull Jack or Jill, right? So we need a bit of money just for a bit of enjoyment. I call this the play check. All right. How about the next one? I call this the post-dated check. What is a post-dated check? I know in no time, Singapore is going to phase out checks. So hence, there's a lifespan to how long I can use this. 30 years later, I use check. Huh? What check? Check what? Check my bank account check. They don't know what's a checkbook anymore. So if you have been exposed to this tool called a checkbook, on the top right-hand corner, there's a date. You can put a date. For example, today say it's 30th of November. If I were to date 1st of December on that check and I give it to you, can you bank in today? You can't. You have to wait till a later date, which is the date on the check called 1st of December. Then you can bank in. That kind of check is called post-dated check. Right? So isn't legacy planning like a post-dated check? Now the next one is when you suffer pain, painful, then you claim the check. That's called a pain check. We're just using the pun of the letter P. And finally, a property, a paid up property. And this is what I call the 5 Ps of the complete financial independence framework. Very easy to remember the 5 Ps: the play check, post-dated check, pain check, and paid up property. One of the key things to do knowledge retention is to simplify it into acronyms. And in this case, the acronym is just simply 5 Ps into a pictorial form. And I can assure you, if you present this to a client, you don't take more than a minute. If you want to elaborate a bit more, maybe 3 minutes. And your client will remember it for many years. 5 P's. 5 P's. Simple 5 P's. Simple 5 P's. All right. So this is just a sampler, simple sampler of what I meant by one-page picture. But this is only a small part of the mega picture that I'm going to introduce to you. So look at this. That 5 P's relates to the 4 areas of our wealth planning, which many of you are very accustomed to: of wealth accumulation, wealth management, wealth protection, and wealth distribution. But do you see that we don't start from managing these 4 W's or the 5 P's? We start with inflow of money, cash, CPF, and other schemes. And many of them are influenced by our life purpose, our calling, and priorities in life. They are influenced by our money personality and our risk profile. Are we high risk, low risk, or moderate risk? Can you see that these 3 factors influences the way we manage our money? And our money comes from different sources before we can start managing them. So now, my dear friends, you have the early picture of the 5 P's and the second picture of the inflow as well as the factors that influences the whole picture. Can you see that we need to blend these 2 pictures into one complete picture? And let me introduce to you one of our proprietary master framework. That means it's not just a single framework, it's a combination of framework, and I call it a master framework. And we call this the Journey of Wealth framework. What is this Journey of Wealth framework? And again, I blur out other areas because it's just a preview and I need to account to my stakeholders and its intellectual property and copyrighted. So you can see that the 5 P's are encapsulated inside here, captured already on top of other things. And this is one sample of a master framework. And this you will learn in module 1 itself. And you can present this 1-page simplified sophistication in 3 minutes. And I'll give you the script in module 1 itself. Take note of something interesting. The name of this framework is called Journey of Wealth with the WEALTH. Can you see the dot? What does it imply? It implies that this is an acronym. United Academy has very stringent requirement on our framework. Number 1, it must be 1 page. Number 2, simplified to layman level of understanding. I can present this to an O-level, I can present this to a doctor, I can present this to a chemist, a doctorate chemist, and they all, oh, okay, understand, simple. Means it's simplified enough. You know, Lee Kuan Yew books are written in a level that O-level student can read. Amazing. My girl who's only 10 years old started reading already. Right, so simplified. Number 3, 3 minutes presentation. 3 minutes presentation. Number 4, acronym. The acronym requirement is not the 5 P's that simple. It must be an English word, proper English word. And that word represents the topic we're talking about. In this case, it's wealth planning. Not easy, not easy. And it must be presented in that correct sequence of W first, then E next, then A later, then L, then T, then H. Wow. Wow, not easy, right, to come up with an acronym like that. Now, the more you're able to do that, my dear friends, 1 page, simple, 3 minutes presentation, acronym in the correct sequence, acronym with English word in the correct sequence, you will make it so easy for you to master the topic and so easy for you to present to the client and so easy for client to understand and remember for many years to come. It is important to have a simplified sophistication, by what Albert Einstein said, to the extent that it's sticky to your mind and your client's mind such that they remember it for a long, long, long period of time. Now, the beauty of a jigsaw puzzle is this. You look at the big picture, you can always zoom into an area that you want to zoom in. It's like the missing holes, missing gaps inside the jigsaw puzzle because it's a picture, not in listing of 1 to 10 items. So hence, you can see that the journey of wealth, and it's in this sequence, and we teach in module 1 with a 3-minute script. Now, zoom in, if you see closer, module 2, journey to retire, which is investment planning and retirement planning. Can you see the R.E. and so forth? So this is an investment and retirement planning model where it's an acronym of RETIRE. Legacy planning, very complicated, right? Relax. Module 4, I'll teach you about journey for legacy, giving 𝐿𝐸𝐺ACY, and in this sequence again in one page. And module 3, protection planning, journey of health, HEALTH, and in this sequence. I want to tell you, it took me 20 years to compile one page for each topic and compile all the pages into one mega picture like what you're seeing now to be presented in 3 minutes on page. And that's what you can enjoy in module 1. Just module 1. Question. How much does one jigsaw puzzle cover page cost? Meaning to say, the moment you have that jigsaw puzzle cover page, how long can you use that tool? You can use it forever, as long as you haven't retired from the industry. You can use it with all the clients, right? You can use it to open cases, you can use it to close cases, you can use it to zoom in into the topic of interest that the client wanted. You can use it to position yourself that you are a big picture person before you zoom in into the small little product, rather than straight away selling a product. How much does it cost? If you only use it to close one case, just one, maybe $300-500, $500-800 per month case, simple case. Just use it to close one case. You cover back already, right? I want you all to type something into the Zoom chat. Put a realistic amount, please. Don't go and put $1. Don't go and put 50 cents. Don't go and put $50, that kind of stuff. Put into the Zoom chat. If you have that one page, how much is it worth? Because you can use it to close many cases. Can you all type a number? All of you, type a number inside the Zoom chat. Come, please. I know you have a dilemma. You put too much, then later I charge you too much, right? Relax. Just put a real number that you really perceive as a value of worth of such a master framework. Hey, everyone type a number. Don't want to be the first one, right? Okay, good. Some more. Some more, all of you type something. Okay, I like Vanessa's number. All right. The rest are trying to lowball me, right? Okay. No, it's not going to change our price tag, and then anyway, many of you know how much the cash flow costs really. But I just want you to understand, appreciate the value of a master framework. Do you know how much one person offered me? Offered me $1 million. Do you know why? Want to buy my IP right, and then he can take this and franchise it to sell. Do you think it's worth only $1 million? It's worth more than $1 million. You understand? You understand? The person want to take the IP right and then go and scale it and franchise and sell. It's going to worth more than $1 million if I have to sell it, the business model, to this person. Think about it. Now I'm teaching you, and you can use it with your clients. Okay? Think about it. All the numbers I just put. So Clyde's number is close to the franchise model. 200,000, I can give you a mini franchise. No, seriously. So I'm looking to offers from overseas to let them pay me to give them the exclusive distributorship, and then to sell it to overseas and to train financial advisors overseas. So it's going to cost more than 200K. If they only pay 200K, they have to limit the royalty reach. Right, so ponder about it. So that's number 1, simplified sophistication. All right, that's a big picture thinking of all the 1,000 pieces of jigsaw puzzle. Question, do you have a framing to piece all together into one page for legacy planning, insurance planning, retirement planning, and investment planning, and frame all together up now into one big picture master framing? I want to tell you, in the 10 days of cash growth, you will learn 3 master frameworks and 3 frameworks. Now, maybe he's thinking, hey, Kim Peng, now after I present the big framework already, the client will surely ask me to do planning and then to finally recommend product, right? I'm not going to leave you in the lurch in the training. The training will look at the big picture of the master picture of the jigsaw puzzle. Beyond that, when you pull out one piece of the jigsaw puzzle, how do you present that one piece in 3 minutes? Number 2, if you form a few pieces together to form a concept, How do you frame this up, conceptualize it, and present this to client in 3 minutes? So I'm not going to leave you in the lurch of only showing you the jigsaw puzzle cover page. I'm also going to teach you during the 10 days that if you pull up one piece, how do you present that one piece? You clutter a few pieces or interrelated pieces together. How do you present that concept to the client? And cash growth is designed such that it is immediately applicable. I say again, it's immediately applicable. Meaning what? Today, tonight, if you're meeting someone, you can already present immediately. Can I have another show of hands? Just like you learn the 5 P's, right? Easy, right? Right, so immediate application. I'm going to just share a few for you to understand the immediate application, 3 minutes presentation. All right. So I'm going to zoom into some inside the journey to retire. I have too many already. I have 160, 170 over concepts and sales ideas within that 10 days. Hundreds over of them. I am at the loss of which one to present to you guys over this 1 hour plus, you see. So I just picked up a few, and some feedback was, it's too simple, really. Kim Peng, I already know. Let's say there are 100 over, I don't know which one I should pick. I pick some you like, I pick some you don't like. How I know? Okay, so these are just some. So this is one of them. If you are a young advisor, this is the very simple one, is to encourage client to get started. I call this a John and Mary story, and I'm going to present in a 3 minutes time frame. This will give you a sense of the kind of potential script that we may be teaching you during these 10 days. This is a very, very simple one. We have a lot of much better ones. So let's say there are 2 characters, one called John, one called Mary. And assuming they're 30 years old, they can be 25, 30, 35 or more, assuming they're 30 years old. See, John saved $1,000 a month, and that's $12,000 a year for the first 10 years. After that, during the same period of time, Mary party lah, shopping lah, go overseas lah. Don't get me wrong, she did not overspend, she did not get into debts. It's just that she didn't save. FOMO and YOLO lah, fear of missing out, and you only live once, so you just want to enjoy your youth. Nothing wrong with that, but she didn't save a single cent. Now, let's assuming they met up together and love at first sight. Cupid arrow shot through them. So now John is the husband, Mary is the wife, they got married. So who should pay for most of the bill, husband or wife? I tell you, when I present this during seminar, very fun one. I have a crowd of 20, 30, 50, 80 people, and their husbands and wives seated there. And when I ask this question, who should pay for most of the bill? Then you see all the husband looking down, keep quiet. Then you see one wife, just one wife, wait for a shout, just be patient. As a seminar speaker, patient. Just one wife will say, husband, then the whole crowd will laugh. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. So I'll teach you how to do seminar when you're in such a setting. So husband pay for most of the bill, okay, husband pay for most of the bill. I've done many seminars and I enjoy it. The crowd interaction is very fun. Okay, so John cannot save a single cent, but Mary said, I will not just do the same as you've been doing, but I'll do it for 20 years. You did it for 10 years only, but I'll do it for 20 years. Question. At the end of the 30 years, who will have more money? Now, because I'm asking a crowd of financial advisors, I think you'll know the answer. But wait. Even you know the answer of who you don't know the actual amount. It's very hard to count. Okay. But your clients, most of your clients will say which answer? Most of our clients will say John or Mary. Yes, most of our clients will say Mary. I know some clients will actually say John, and they understand the compounding, and it's very well educated nowadays. I understand that. But majority of your clients today will still say Mary. Why? Because John saved for 10 years only. Mary saved for 20 long years now. Then how can Mary have more money when Mary saved 20 years? Double the duration, double. But we all know the law of compounding. John saved more than $500,000, and Mary saved less than $500,000, despite putting in double. John put in only 120K, Mary invested 240K. John, every dollar became $4.48. Mary, every dollar became only $1.84. We all work hard for money, and we all want our money to work hard for us. Question, which money is working harder for us, John or Mary? The answer is John. So some clients will be thinking, hey, there must be a catch here. The interest rate is the same, 6% for both John and Mary. Many people will have this in their mind. During cash flow, I'll teach you how to design a good script. A good script will anticipate what kind of questions that may be asking, because maybe you knew about it or you presented so many times that at that juncture they'll always ask this question, so insert it in. A good script also need to be mindful of their mental knot, and you have to untie their knot. If you don't untie their knot, you can continue talking, but they may not be paying attention. A good script will ask a question, and regardless of the kind of answer, your reply remains about the same. That's a good script. So hence, in this case, let me continue. So the first dollar compounded 30 times, second dollar compounded 29 times, third dollar 28 times, not bad. Last dollar 21 times, still okay. Look at Mary, first dollar compound only 20 times. Last dollar compound only once. Question: if today you have 100,000 and you go to a local bank, question, will they give you last year's interest, yes or no? No. Means what? Means time once lost is gone forever. Be gone, lost forever. So by choosing not to invest last year, you're losing the most lucrative year to compound. By choosing to wait 2 years, you're losing the second most lucrative year to compound. By choosing to wait 10 years, you can only play catch up like Mary. John first dollar became 69K, second dollar 65. Mary first dollar 38, Mary last dollar 12,720. Nothing much to compound. And hence compounding, a lot Rothschild and Albert Einstein say compounding is the 8 wonders of the world. So today, some of my clients tell me that, hey, Kim Peng, I don't want to be John or Mary. I want to be John plus Mary. I want to save $1,000 per month at 6% for 30 years. Then what will I be getting? I'll be getting John's 10 years plus Mary 20 years. Added together equals to $1 million. There you have it, my dear friends and clients, that I've given you a formula to become a millionaire. Just to save only $1,000 a month, at 6% over 30 years, you'll be cash or CPF combined, you'll be getting $1 million. But it's not meaningful. Do you know that just with this 3 minutes presentation, I have many young advisors, fresh graduates, just present this and collect $500-800. Present this, collect $500. Present this, collect $500. Because now they change their fresh graduate clients FOMO to this $1 million FOMO. Now it's not the tour, handbag, latest gadget, but FOMO about I am on track to be a millionaire. How about you? See, very powerful. So this is not meaningful. Why is it not meaningful? Because I'm not shared with you what constituted the 1 million the most. Then this is a 1 minute simplified John and Mary. Just 1 minute. Just now was a 3 minutes presentation. This is a 1 minute presentation. What is this 1 minute? Listen carefully before you can blink. 1 minute is over. So Mr. Tan, if you were to invest $1,000 a month at 6%, if 30 years of saving gives you $1 million, do you know that actually the first 10 years gives you more than $500,000? And the next 20 long years give you less than $500,000. Do you know that today, 20 years later, after I designed this, my clients still remember John and Mary? Do you know that if you do this well, every single year, they say, Kim Peng, I have this 50K in the bank. I think I want to put 30K. I say, you sure not? You keep only 20K. I keep some buffer. No. Don't want to waste time. Don't want to waste money. You keep putting to good use. Let my money work hard for me. Pay increment of $800. Hey, Kim Peng, I have a recent pay increment. Let me work up my margin. I think I can put $300-400. I think can. That's it. But you can put later. No, John and Mary, you say one, better get it started now, bite the bullet now and get it done. Whatever money that I put only next year, I'll lose this one first year of most lucrative year to compound. Do you know that now it is not me preaching to the choir, they preach back to me. It's amazing. And they're with me for 20 years, and they are the one telling me this is what they want to do, if you do it well enough. All right. So it's the 8 wonders of the world. It's always harder to work for money, let your money work hard for you. Procrastination is a cancer. I call it a financial cancer. Eats away your life without you even knowing it. All right. Now, this is one example. Let me share screen again. I'm going to share the sound. Listen carefully. All right. If the volume is too high, too low, adjust on your end. Listen carefully.
俾自小姐，如果你儲30年喺6%嘅話，你有100萬。哇！其實咧，頭10年咧，你會有多過50萬。哦。如果你後20年咧，有 少過50萬。如果你需要50萬，你會揀頭10年咧，一係後20年咧？
梗係頭10年啦。
Can you hear the video? What language was he using? Cantonese. Okay, Cantonese, thank you. Okay, I don't understand Cantonese. I don't understand Cantonese. What do I mean by immediate application? I taught the script during the class. The student only had one opportunity to practice with their role play buddy, then the role play buddy practice back. That's it. And then next is they came up to the front of the class and then he presented already. And that's it. That's what I meant by immediate application. I have came up, listen carefully, I came up with not just proprietary presentation to client, I came up with a proprietary teaching methodology to teach mass group of students like you within a short period of time, able to personalize your own script to present to the client immediately after class. I say again, in case it flew past your head, I've not just designed proprietary materials for you to present to the clients. I've also came up with a proprietary teaching methodology to teach mass group of people to personalize your script that you sound like yourself, to be presented immediately after the class. Now that is a tall order. Traditionally in the industry is what? I give you a script, I force it down your throat, I give you time to memorize and memorize and memorize and memorize, and then you sit down in front of me, go play, and then you didn't pause well. No, I ask you to pause it down here, you emphasize, how can you didn't emphasize? To make you sound like the trainer. Gone are the ways. That should not be the way. It should be you internalize it and yet sound like yourself. But wait, in order to make it, it's even harder to make you sound like me. It's really hard. And make you sound like yourself to personalize might be even harder. Then I'll take a long time, right? And I do one-to-one. I came up with a simple methodology that's proprietary to Finity Academy to teach mass group of people, not just one-to-one, within minutes, not just days, for you to sound like yourself and to be applied immediately after class. So you experience it in our KASHGROWTH module. Huh? So this is one immediate application. When you connect with different groups of clients, you need to use their language. What do I use their language? English, Chinese, No. Use their money language. What is money language? I'm sure many of you learn of this DISC, personality, dominant, influencing, and so on. And there are many MBTI and so on and so forth. And Finity Academy, we have one course called Human Intelligence System course, HIS course. Amazing, there's level 1, level 2. And Ethan is teaching it. At the moment, we may not be running a public class, but we see how if there's a class, we can let you all know the date you can consider, is to learn how to understand our client and ourselves so that we can connect better. Much like a DISC, but a lot more advanced, including the use of an AI to diagnose your client's personality. Amazing tool. Now, I'm zooming into not just personality to talk to them, but money personality. How many of you have seen this card game? It's a money personality card game. That in 7 minutes, you can diagnose your client's money personality, so that you know to use what kind of money languages to talk to the client. Don't you think that is extremely important for all the knowledge that you know, that you have? How do you deliver to them in the way that they can understand and they can resonate with what you're saying using their choice of language? This is so powerful. I've seen so many cases of advisors knowing what they're saying, but I need to come in and translate English to English. Because the advisor knows what he's talking about, the client don't understand. Too complicated already and not using the right languages. So there are 6 money personality. Okay. In module 1 itself, we will be teaching you the 6 money personality. We will even include this as part of the course material in module 1, deliver it to your house so that when you're learning through Zoom, you will receive this, and then we will play this to diagnose yourself, and then we'll teach you how to diagnose your client, and then from then forth, you know how to connect with the client more effectively. All right. Okay, so what are the 6 money personality? These are the 6 money personality. Some clients are more security-based. Money helps them feel safe and secure. Some clients are spontaneous. Money encourages you to enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. FOMO and YOLO lah, huh? Status. Money create a positive image of yourself. Giving. Money, you feel good by giving to others. Carefree. Money is not a priority. You don't even think about it. Planning. Money helps you achieve your goal. Hang on, huh? Hang on. I've not done a diagnosis on all of you yet. But if you have to self-diagnose yourself, which one do you think you are? Can you type into the Zoom chat? Just type one of the 6. Any one of the 6. Which one do you think you belong to? Yourself. Which is your money personality? Everyone type, quick, type into the Zoom chat. You can unmute if it's easier for you. Otherwise, yeah, okay, come, some more. Come, some more. All of you type something. What do you think is your own personality? Some more. That's it. Very good. Vast majority of financial planners' money personality is planning. Not all, but majority. Then in the financial planning session with the client, you tend to use what? Planning languages. For example, Mr. Tan, it's important to plan. If you fail to plan, you plan wrong. Fail. And naggy law, financial planner law, naggy law, must plan law, must invest law. Maybe he's a security person. He need to see the money to feel safe and secure. And you keep saying planning. Guess what? He feels that you're trying to take money out of him or her. So you gut his money even tighter when you say planning. You have to change the way you speak that make it relevant to her or him in a security-based languages. If they are spontaneous or maybe carefree, they feel that, hey, I'm only young once, if I don't do it now, when? Now, until I'm cannot, I want to enjoy now. You keep talking to me, boring, I don't want to meet you already. You understand what I'm talking about? You're doing what is good for them. You're like a naggy parent to a teenager who hard of hearing don't want to talk to you already. Unless you turn it around to speak in a language that resonates with them. Today is a short preview. We do not have enough time to teach you this. I'm just trying to tell you, in Module 1 itself, is going away to Module 5, you'll be receiving this tool, and we have one full lesson, 2 hours during Module 1 to learn about this and some of the money languages you can consider using when you engage the different types of client. All right, okay? Okay, so what we've done now, my dear friends, we'll talk about the big picture. All the small pieces, you need to have one big picture, and the big picture is worth a lot of money because they use it to close so many cases. A one-page framework. But I'm not leaving you in the lurch with all the smaller pieces and how do you present. So there are many 1 to 3 minutes impactful presentation that you can apply immediately after the cash growth lesson itself. And when you finally connect with the client, then you need to connect using their money personality, not your own. So from big picture to the small picture and the delivery, all these are covered in cash growth. Let me share with you one testimony from one of the advisor. All right.
I find it very systematic, concise, and very easily applied to the practice. So for the concise part, because it's usually in a framework or with acronyms, and it's very easy for us to remember. It has benefited because a lot of the concepts are very easy to be plug and played into the appointments. So besides that, it also helps as a case opening, or it gives them a different perspective from what they have heard before from other advisors, or even like websites out there. Yeah. And no need to hesitate because you can immediately apply after you come.
All right, so you can see 𝐏𝐸 is one of the students, and this is, I want to share with you how did we get her to share this. It was during a class. We just got my friend who's a videographer, came in, unscripted, spontaneous, on the spot. I don't even know what question is being asked. On the spot asked, and she just gave a reply. We did not even give her questions beforehand, give her 5-10 minutes to prepare nothing at all. Just spontaneous recorded this, and this was the outcome. All right, so she just openly, very game to say, I'm okay to be interviewed and then to be featured, and then I'll place this on the website. And just answer honestly. I say you don't need to script or whatever, just answer honestly. Just be open. It's okay one. Just go. And then this is what was captured. I love it not because the content is good. I love it because it's real, genuine, and spontaneous, not like scripted, you see. All right. So I want to share with you, we have more than 100 ideas. More than 40 of them are trademarks and copyrights. It's done with more than 20 years of research and field testing. And I'm going to teach you using the script methodology where en masse, all of you will learn, and it can be immediately applicable. Now, you can watch a concert, you don't become a world-class singer. You can watch a magic show, you don't become a magician. You can eat a food and see how a chef cook, you don't become a Michelin graded chef unless you practice. So during the class, we'll make time for role play and practice, and it's immediately applicable. All these are designed using adult learning design theories, 𝐏𝐸𝐬𝐿, and 𝐶𝐞. So it's interactive, much like what you're experiencing now. I ask you to respond, ask you to talk, I ask you to go around sharing, then role play. So it's interactive adult learning, not pedagogy, andragogy, all right? And there'll be open sharing of ideas. We agree to disagree. My method may not be the best method, may not be the most suitable method, but we agree to disagree because our clientele, our practice model, quite different sometimes. All right. So in short, what I'm trying to say is many of us are under product selling and concept selling. These are very traditional sales approach. They're still good. They're still good. They're still very good. But I realized many want to transform their practice into a professional practice. So they went for CFP and CHC courses, but after clearing the CFP courses, they find too knowledge-based and not easy to simplify for effective presentation. And hence, there is a competency gap. And hence, KASHGROWTH come in that with a notion of a framework and the impactful presentation, the simplified sophistication and the impactful presentation pieced together over a 10-day course. I'm confident to say that we have comprehensively covered the competency gap. Now, just as an added bonus, in module 5, right? So there's client attraction and client retention. So you can see the reason why 95% of my clients come to my office is because I managed to frame my practice to be like a medical practice. And I was able to listen carefully. In the past, I took 1 whole year to achieve 1 year's production. Then I streamlined to 9 months to achieve 1 year's production. Then 6 months to achieve 1 year's production. Until I managed to optimize that within 3 months, I was able to replicate what I previously took 1 whole year to do. Two major breakthrough for me to have a miracle quarter to earn in 3 months what I used to take 1 year to do. 2 major breakthrough. Number 1, all the complicated things, I was able to master it and make it simplified. So that's why I say simplified sophistication. And I'm going to teach all of this to you over the 5 modules. Number 2, I was able to shorten from 4 appointments to become 3. What was previously 3 appointments, I was able to do now become 2. What was previously 2 appointments now become 1 or 1.5. Now, note now, I know many sales agents is able to 1 appointment close. I'm talking about comprehensive financial planning. High professional positioning. I was able to do it in 1.5 to 2 appointments, and we're going to show it in module 5. So when I had this 2 breakthrough, the first one is simplified sophistication. Secondly is without short-circuiting my process, I was able to quicken the steps without shortening and getting a bypass or a shortcut, fulfilling a full comprehensive 6 steps of CFP, but yet within a much lesser appointment. I'll share with you how in module 5. In the first meeting with the client, I attempt 3 close already without the client knowing that I'm trying to close him. The second appointment, I do a final close, and that's it. I'm able to highly likely get what he said he wants to do in the initial indicative amount in the first appointment. First appointment, 3 close, 3 attempts to close. Second appointment is a final close. We'll do that in module 5. After you learn all the simplified sophistication, then you're able to crystallize it and apply it with over 2 appointments to do a comprehensive close, right? So, and because of my ability to have that two breakthrough, my dear friends, I'm able to now fulfill my life purpose. What am I doing now? I'm lecturing students, running an academy. I volunteer in national service as a senior appointment, the highest possible rank one can achieve. And I'm going overseas to do missions and humanitarian while teaching all of you to impact more lives, and in turn, you guys can impact your clients. So I feel that I'm fulfilling my life purpose. And the reason I'm able to do that is because I transform my practice to earn in 3 months. Earn in 3 months what I previously took 1 whole year to do. And I hope to impart this to all of you. Okay, so we have 4 levels, 5 modules for a start, and then the 4th level is 2 more modules. Just focus on these 5 modules because there are IBF funding for these 5 modules. All right. So you enjoy 2 full days of workshop per topic, facilitation style I mentioned earlier. So impartation of framework and master framework. So we have small group discussion, love group sharing, we have case study, we have peer learning, we have role plays like I mentioned earlier. And design using guidance and group adult learning principles. So this is how it may look like if you do a live class. Otherwise, if you do a Zoom class and we use breakout room to simulate a breakout sharing session. So thank you so much for your time. It's a bit longer than I thought of, an hour plus. It's about 2 hours. Really appreciate your attention over these last 2 hours. I hope you have learned something of these 2 hours. John and Mary, Rob 32, 5 Ps, money personality, things like that. So many, huh? All right, immediate application and so on and so forth, risk-adjusted return, the simplified framework. Just 2 hours, you see, you can pick up so many. If you list out all the things I learned in just these 2 hours, it's probably 10 to 15 of them already, just these 2 hours. I'll leave you to contact Kyra as you register your interest for the next run. So come for the Journey of Wealth and Journey to Retire, and in January, February. Then in March, you can come back for refresher. Then in April, May, come back for refresher for the Journey of Wealth and Journey to Retire. Then we go on to the Health, Legacy, and Client Practice Management. So you can enjoy many refreshers when you come on board. All right, Ken? All right, so now I leave you with Kyra for her to follow with you, for you to indicate your interest with her. Thank you so much for your 2 hours. I enjoyed myself. Hope you did. I see you guys in the lesson itself. Bye-bye.